a weekend message, new moon, solar eclipse, and Aries. Okay, I'm gonna give everybody a chance to get in here because, y'all, listen. This was a great comment that was left on my last message. Okay, and shout out to the subscriber that spoke up. Yeah, listen, y'all. This right here is a sign of delusional. Okay, Lulu. Just you know what I'm saying. Um, yeah. So we're gonna get everybody in here. Okay. Mm, 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 mm. Welcome, welcome. Okay, there. All right. So we're gonna hop in this, y'all. Okay. So, Grand Rising, everybody. Happy Friday. Y'all thought today was Thursday. I looked at my thing and I was like, damn, it's Friday, 10:10 on the clock. Okay, so there was a young lady that left a comment. Okay. Just your opinion, which everybody has opinions, like they have assholes. Okay. Uh, but oh yeah, oh that's what. Yeah, it's so funny that you say that. I'm addressing that. Okay, it says, do you feel even one bit of remorse for leading people into destruction? Do you? Well, first of all, what is your definition of destruction? Because everybody that knows VG, I am all about protecting domestic violent victims, helping people that is active addiction, getting in recovery, children that are in toxic homes, um, women that are or men that is in toxic situations, leaving family that's no good for them, so they can get better with their health and their wealth and move on toward their life, their creative life. Okay, um, and giving them hope. So everything that I stand for and that I'm an activist for, you're telling me this destruction. That's leading people to destruction. Can you make that make sense for me real quick? How saving people and helping them get through situations is destruction. This is the top of the morning, by the way. Okay. You must have woke up delusional because baby, I was up at 5:30. I done gave my dog a bath, washed 2 loads of laundry, loaded my dishwasher, already done had my prayers, and put out 2 messages while you're just now getting up, causing destruction in somebody else's life. While I was being productive, you are over here finding something to say. While I was over here minding my business. Because you found your way over here to put your nose in my business. But now you're saying that everything that I do is destructive. Wow. Can you make it make sense for me? Helping people get off drugs is destructive? Excuse me? Helping women and men and children get out of relationships that are abusive is destructive? I don't have 1 ounce of remorse because I ain't doing nothing wrong. Because you know what? I've been that person. I've been that person who stayed in a domestic violence relationship, and guess what? It hurt my children. Mm-hmm, sure did. Yeah. It's called trauma, man. Mm-hmm. Uh I was in active addiction. Caused problems too. Yeah. Been sober. What shit, almost 9, 10 years. Hell, I'd have lost count now. I've been sober so long. So you're gonna tell me that I'm being causing destruction? and leading people in destruction because I want them to get clean and not be hit on and be hollered at and abused and hurt. Ma'am, listen, I want to see you some love, light, and healing because you need it, okay? Because, see, this is the thing. That's called self-know behavior. It ain't no illusion that the collective don't live in this anymore. And see, people like you are a part of the problem. Because you don't like people like myself that are activists for things and standing up for people that don't have a voice. And if that bothers you, then maybe you need to go sit out there in the grass, go hug a tree, okay, and go talk to God about that, okay? Because your definition of destruction and mine must be way different than everybody in the comment section too, because they sitting here saying, how's VG being destructive? How am I leading people into destruction? It looks like I'm leading people out of destruction. And that bothers you. Okay, listen now, and I'm raising my voice because it seemed like you was kind of raising your voice. Well, let me just let you know real quick. Listen, don't come for my throat, okay? Don't come for me because I didn't call you. You came over here meddling. You know meddling's worse than stealing. See, y'all don't like us activist women where we've been through things. And we ain't afraid to stand up. And we ain't afraid to have a backbone and talk about it. Because guess what? They done took everything. And I rebuilt it back. So what did they really take? They took everything away that I didn't need anyways. I needed that to get out of my way so I could build a whole new foundation. Which that was abuse. Which that was addiction. That was toxic family members. All of this stuff. Right? All that stuff got moved out of my way. So I could rebuild a new foundation. But people like you want to sit back, probably you've been spoon-fed all your life, and you don't know what it's like to go without a meal, do you? You don't know what it's like to be hungry. You don't know what it's like to be beaten and put in closets and have a gun put in your face while somebody does things to you that you don't want done to you. See, this is the realness, okay? This is the realness of the street life and things like that that people don't want to address. And it's like, what just happened? So your definition of destruction, come again, is what? Wouldn't it be just the opposite? See, and then look, y'all got y'all other little people coming in here playing victim. Sounds like that's what she was doing. Ain't nobody playing victim. I'm just speaking facts. And y'all can't handle somebody speaking the truth because y'all live in a lie. Y'all live in a delusion. Because y'all was taught these things. Don't be mad at everybody else because they getting up out of that whole illusion that was caused that you got to stay in a marriage. Oh, you got to keep your kids over there with a father that beats them and abuses them. And, mothers, whatever. No, you don't either. That's somebody else's belief system. Get your ass up out of there. Leave. Okay? I just feel like y'all in y'all's feelings. And see, it ain't. It ain't us. This is not a us problem. This is a y'all problem. Okay? And see, it is what it is. Thank you. That's what I say. Like, okay, we got this one here. Found their way over here, right? Okay. You see how easy that is? See, a lot of times, y'all know, I don't address the comment section. No, I haven't. And see, that's the thing is like, y'all always want to downplay what somebody else is saying, but you'll go over there and you'll watch somebody else. Because see, a lot of times y'all don't like the messenger. That's what it is. and y'all get angry and you want to do this because you must know my abusers. That's why you come over here and had the audacity to say what you say, because you know my abusers and they're in their feelings right now because they're all getting karma. Guess what? Listen, that's not a me problem. That's a them problem, because they should have been better human beings instead of doing the shit that they was doing. That's why probably like half of them is sitting in penitentiary right now doing a bid right now for things that they got caught up with. Okay. They should learn to keep their hands to themselves. You think I was the only one they abused? Do you think that I was the only one that they tried to set up? No, God came through and cleaned that up. All I had to do was turn around and walk away. Okay? I already know I've been trolled my whole life. That's the thing. But I just wanted to, what your definition of destruction, and I guess mine is totally different. Like I said, everybody has their own opinions, like to have assholes. And you know this, and yeah, I come up out of a destruction type of situation my whole life. Okay. And I made it, and I'm still breathing. Praise God. Because God is good. Okay? And I'm going to keep getting up here, and I'm going to keep being that activist for my people that didn't go use today, for my people that left toxic situations, for my people that is going and stepping into their creativity. Okay? I'm going to keep being that activist and keep waking up every single day. Because you know what? This is what I'm called to do. And it's like, y'all can keep fighting and arguing and being mad, and I'm going to keep getting up every single day, being productive. Because guess what? You have the same 24 hours as I do. I just told you what my day consists of whenever I first got up. You see what I'm saying? And it was productive. My dog needed a bath, needed to wash some clothes, needed to load my dishwasher, needed to sit in prayer. And I did all of that. Then I get on here and I do my job and I put my messages out, right? Like I said, and I've been up since early this morning. My husband that's in here, he's been out since 4:10 this morning. That's what we doing productive. Going and making legal money. Yeah, that right there. He been to work since 4:10. So let's talk about destruction. You're running around here causing destruction with your mouth, while I'm over here and I'm being a positive role model and leader, and I live by what I say and what I do, because behind the scenes I'm the same person I was when I showed up on this camera today. Yeah, I'm not over here on demon time whenever my camera shuts off. Period. And some of y'all need to really, really understand that. Look at thyself. While you're trying to be leaders out here, are you really, while you're up here and you're giving that message, are you really leading that life behind the scenes? Okay, I'm going to leave you with that. All right. There could be something that's coming up and somebody could be claiming that you're this person, right? But there's something coming to light that says total opposite about your South Node and about this being an illusion. Okay? See, my husband could feel that you come in and attack me and he ain't even here. You want to know why? Because he's my divine counterpart. He was put in my life for a reason. He always 2 or 3 exits up at work. And baby, he knew that you come for me. Yeah. See? You don't never know who stands behind somebody. Right, on the clock, okay? And baby still pulled up talking about who messing with baby over there. What's going on? You see what I'm saying? You never know who is standing behind somebody collective. And that's what somebody about to find out. Your beloved ancestors pulling up on people. And like I said about your creativity here, okay? A lot of times the things that you go through in life literally is connected to your creativity. So like with me, it was like all the trauma that you face, you could be that activist, the activist for this. I had a client the other day, right? Domestic violence. She's faced it her whole life. Do y'all know what she does for a living now? She is a domestic violence counselor. Okay? And she said that she loves what she does because that was something that she went through, so she can be that teacher with experience. No, she didn't have to go to college. She didn't have to get no book. No, she learned from the hand that was beating her. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you will find yourself, your calling will have something connected to do with your trauma and whatever else has happened, right? And you could be, like I said, your creativity. Your beloved ancestors, their stamp is on that, okay? Okay, so you want me to talk about discipline. First, I want you to go in the bathroom and I want you to look yourself in the mirror. Ask yourself about your habits. Okay? Ask yourself about your habits. Are they toxic? Have they been putting you back in cycles that's not good for you? Okay? It's a self-reflection. Where do you need to find discipline in your life? Because see, like whenever I was on drugs, I woke up every single day and I had to get high, right? So I traded that bad habit for something positive by getting up and praying and talking to God and coming and being that activist for another recovering addict and do the same thing, right? It's self-reflection. You got to look at your bad habits. And this is what's coming up, y'all, right? What bad habits do you have? Like whenever stressful situations happen, are you finding yourself going and popping a bottle of wine and saying, you know what, VG, I'm just going to go and just have a glass of wine. Well, that glass of wine turns into a whole box of wine. Then it turns into you having the shakes, because codependency is like very, very, it's like steps to it, right? You start using it as a coping mechanism. Then the body starts depending on it. Okay? So now that's become a routine. Shit goes on. Okay, let me go get the wine. Now you're sitting here, and then before you know it, now you got the shakes. You over here and you like this. Oh gosh, I need a drink. Oh my God. You can't even cope with life because now you done went from coping to codependency, because now your body is physically dependent on whatever it is that you're going to, right? So start looking at thyself and start looking at the habits that needs to end. Where do you need to place discipline in your life? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's got to be some kind of discipline here. What is your go-to? Okay, well, if you was going out and hitting the streets, okay, maybe go out and hitting the gym. Maybe going over there and talking to that investor about opening your own business, something you've been looking at, but you've been putting off because you're too busy going out in the streets. Okay, exactly. You got to, now you look at your circle, right? What is your circle of people doing? Are they elevating, or are they just sitting around with the shoulda, coulda, wouldas? Because if you get around people that sit at a round table discussion and they talking about business and taking action, your life gonna be different. But if you're sitting around at the table where they playing poker, smoking cigars, drinking gin, where do you see that conversation going? You see what I'm saying? It's all about self-reflection. My day is absolutely amazing. I'm super blessed. I'm showing my gratitude. And, you know, shout out to all my subscribers and my followers and everybody. Okay. Like, y'all are amazing. And thank y'all for standing up. Like, y'all be standing on business behind VG. And I greatly appreciate that. Like that means a lot. You know what I'm saying? Because it's been a lot of people out here that has really, really just, honey, whenever they took my name, they drug it through everybody's mud puddle with their mammies. Okay. And it's like, wow, same people that you love on, that you there for, you support. They've been over here dragging you, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, I'm sitting over here and y'all, I'm looking and I'm saying, wow, shocked, disappointed, but am I surprised? No. Because it was a lesson for me, right? Because Spirit has showed me certain things. And y'all, guess what? I was still a giver. I was still a people pleaser. You know what I'm saying? And I had to pull back from that because Spirit showed me that there was some mask that was slipping off, but I was too busy just always trying to help somebody that really didn't want help. They just wanted the resources. And then all of a sudden they kicked VG to the side after they got the resources. And now all of a sudden I'm irrelevant. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, wow, it was a lot of lessons for me to learn. And y'all, I walked up out of that situation and I showed myself grace because I know that I'm a good person and I love everybody. And I just had to understand that everybody don't love you back. And that's okay. Everybody don't have the heart that I have. That's that Leo in me though. I got that big Leo, heart, charisma, you know what I'm saying? Creativity. Like I want everybody to win. But that's the thing, y'all, is everybody don't want to see you win. And that's something I feel like with this solar eclipse that you just gonna have to kind of sit with and understand, like, y'all, they don't. Yes. And can't nobody break me down. And I feel like that's what's got them irritated and agitated because these last, what, almost 6, 7 months. Child, when I tell you, if they could hit me and roll me with the bus and drag me through the mud, they all took their turns. You know what I'm saying? But they don't realize that VG has been through that her whole life. What do y'all how do y'all even do y'all know how I got this strength and this courage and this resilience? Because the same people that did that to me, guess what? I knew people like that in my past that did me the same way. So guess what? Congratulations, because you're gonna be set in the same section with them watching how I pulled through this situation and how I keep going. Cause you know what? No matter what you do, there ain't no. I'm not finna lay down. Okay, so you might as well go find somebody else to target. Listen. I'm gonna be honest. You might as well find somebody else to talk about. Cause listen, while you talk about me, you letting somebody else fucking rest. It is what it is, And I'm gonna send this positive, resilient, courage, energy out to the collective. So guess what? When somebody says something about you, say thank you. Have a good day. Cause you know what, y'all, my soul is so happy. I'm at peace, and I found so much peace in my life. And I just sit and I just watch people, places, and things. And listen, people don't realize that that is a representation of their character, not mine. That was a projection this morning, and I just wanted to use that as an example of what people do. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and people's like, oh, well, you shouldn't address things. No, I use that as an example. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, wow, y'all, that is an example of a projection. Yeah, exactly. And it's that's the biggest thing with this solar eclipse. Stop letting these projections, and like I was telling Miss Linda, she said, well, I stopped creating because I seen something of mine online and I just want them to go to jail. And that, listen, baby, let me tell you something about that. Your beloved ancestors got their stamp on it. That's your work. It don't matter. They can go in, they can take it, they can this, they can do that, but the fact of the matter is it's yours. It belongs to you and your spirit team and your bloodline. I promise you, everything's got to go through the wash, okay? But don't stop creating, because that's what they want you to do. They want you to stop. We ain't got time to stop, collective. And that's the thing. So every single day that I click on this camera, I'm going to be an inspiration for somebody, and I'm going to save somebody's life. And you know what? I've been successful that day. How many years I've been saying that? Years. And I'm going to continue saying that. Because I want you to be great, and I want you to go do good things, and I want you to have a productive, disciplined life. And if I can be a guide to help you get to that discipline and get to that great life, then guess what? Please take the advice. Because 9 times out of 10, when I talk about a situation, I've been there. I'm not talking from no book. I'm not talking from, no other source except life experience. And, spirit always comes through and gives a message. But a lot of times y'all will hear me talking about certain situations. I've been there. And I know what it's like to be sitting in y'all's shoes. And it's so hurtful whenever the same people that you love, they won't even come give you a helping hand. Because, collective, sometimes you know what you got to know. Ain't nobody going to come save you. You got to get back up. I don't know who needs this message today, but you got to get back up. Because, see, people, they want to beat the ones down. They just want to keep beating us down. I've been taking licks from men, okay, that beat my ass to almost death, okay? I've been taking licks, so you think a little here, and a little hit here, and a little hit here is fixing to make me lay down and shut up? Hell to the motherfucking no. Baby, I bounce back up, okay? Because you know how many times my life was almost taken away from me? Spirit said, no, you got to get back up. I remember when I overdosed and I come up out of that coma for 7 days, I was on the other side. I seen the light. And my aunt stopped me right there and said, what are you doing? You got things to do. Because guess what? I'm teaching my kids lessons right now. They're at a distance. You don't think they don't see? I'm teaching them about how mama stayed in toxic relationships, how mama was getting beaten, how mama was on drugs, and how mama did not love herself, and how mama got back up. They're far watching. I already know. And I pray for them and I make sure that they okay in the spiritual. Because at the end of the day, they need to know. Because that's the thing is, we don't understand that the toxic shit we was taught, it was programmed in our kids. So now, guess what? That load is on your shoulders. You got to go and show them, guess what? This South Node, this ain't no place to be. This ain't no place to be. Because I was taught poor morals, values, all of this stuff. Integrity. I'm over here and I'm like, how do I even belong to y'all? Because all y'all lie. Y'all ain't got no integrity. That's where you feel apart from things, right? You feel like you're the black sheep because you're sitting and you're looking. Listen to my dog out there. Okay? And it's like, man, all the toxic shit that we thought was normal. Now your kids are saying it. Then you got toxic family members and fathers or mothers that are over here and they're still trying to instill this shit into your children. So you're fighting multiple battles trying to show your children that, listen, life ain't fun. Okay, bring your Vaseline, because anytime they get a chance to screw you, child, they're going to. Okay, don't let them stop you from going and living the life that you want to live. How many of my collective out here right now, you are the parent that is telling your child, go live your life, go be who you want to be? And then you got this other parent over here saying, oh my gosh, you cannot do that. We need to control them. They need to fit in this box over here. And you're the parent that's saying, no, I'm not controlling them. And you need to shut your ass up, because listen, now this ain't healthy what you're doing. You see what collective? It's so many different situations out here with people, places, and things. And it's like I said, I know every single day that I make an impact on my children, and they sit here and they're like, oh my, look at my mama. Look at her. She has gotten back up. And she got back up swinging. And there's people around right now. They see what's going on. Now they see what's up. You know what I'm saying? They gonna start seeing the toxic ways and shit like that. That's like for my people that if you've got older children that have been in a family dynamic that has been manipulating and lying and stealing and all of this shit and just putting you through hell, trust me, year 9 is handing them their ass right now. Okay. And you know what? Can I tell you something? I always been the rock. So funny that you say that. I always been a rock for my children, especially for my 2 younger children, because their father was kind of in and out, and now his destiny is prison. He's in prison, right? So it's like I always had to be that everything, and I could never be in my soft woman era. I could never be in my divine feminine energy because I always had to be in my divine masculine energy. I always had to be that everything for them 2 children because they didn't have the loving, well, the support that the oldest child had. But now the oldest is finding out it's real toxic too over there. You know what I'm saying? It's like walking through uh, a trash field. You know what I'm saying? Because it's all toxic. It's all just throw it all in the trash. But it's like I had to always be the rock. No matter what happened, I had to always be the go-to. Okay, let's see. You said, can you speak about how you can put yourself first when being actually attached to a cold person? Block, delete, and start taking yourself to dinner. Start buying yourself flowers. Plan you a trip. Go by yourself. Because you need to ask yourself why you sitting there and getting a cold ass person to love you. Okay? And see, that could be a mother or father issue. You could have had a parent that was very, very cold. Okay? And it's like you always want to keep running back and you always need their validation. It's like as a little boy or little girl, you paint that picture and that picture is just so beautiful to you. But to them, okay, they're like, well, the sun's yellow, but you made the sun green and orange. Do you see what I'm saying? But it was perfect to you. Stop looking for people's validation. Your vision is different from theirs. And with somebody who's very, very cold like that, they already showed you who they was from the beginning. Yeah. It's time to pull back and ask yourself, why do I need your validation? Listen, when somebody pushes you away, let them stay over there. Make them stand on business. Okay? Don't let them play with you because cold-hearted people, they love doing that. They'll rush in and love bomb you and everything's okay and everything. Listen, walking off a lot of times is real scary, especially when you've been in a situation 10 plus years and that's what you was taught and everything else. But the scariest thing in your life is taking that leap of faith. That's going to be the best move you ever made. And there's a reason that you're here today. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hell no, you can't. Yes. And then if you've that'll create like Stockholm syndrome where you're protecting the abuser. You'll be like, no, they don't do that. Yeah, like my oldest son, y'all. Let me just tell y'all something. He got that bad. He's still protecting the abusers. And I'm like, what do you not see? Like I did. But see, this is the thing about unawakened people. Like you just, it's like, never mind, let me just stop wasting my breath. Because, there is different forms of abuse and people need to know this. And it's like controlling mechanisms and just different things. And it's like, for a long time, he would defend it. He'd be like, no, everybody just needs to get along. I said, let me just tell you something about everybody just needs to get along. I said, your spirit irritates people's demons. They don't like the way you love. Why do you think they bully you all the time? Son, wake up. That's why they bully you all the time. And I'm like, everybody ain't gonna get along. They don't like the fact that you're gonna come over. I was like, you cannot go to a family event where everybody just wants to fight and argue and they always picking somebody apart. You know what I'm saying? Like, mind their business. You see what I'm saying? And it's just like, child, listen, life gonna wake you up, okay? So you keep running back to that same abuser, and it's like always, continuously, like, nope, I gotta protect them. I gotta protect them. And I'm like, well, you're gonna go down with them because you're gonna be attached to their karma. So go on and keep protecting that abuser. Eventually it's gonna be self-destructive for yourself while you're staying in that situation. Exactly. You got to learn to walk away. Can I tell you something? Uh, my nose is itching too. If somebody keeps up with the ex, there's still something there. That's like, you getting with a person and they're like, oh, well, that's my ex calling. Hold on, let me step away. Why are you still trying to be friends with your ex? Especially if they don't have kids together. Because, like, my husband will tell you right now, I have two baby fathers, and he has not seen either one of them or had to have a conversation with either one of them. You don't know why? Because all my kids are grown, first off, but they got cell phones. That there's no reason for us to have no communication. Okay, and for what? Even whenever I did have communication, I had communication with their partner because we couldn't co-parent. It was always drama back and forth, and you know what I'm saying. So it's just different ways how you have to have cordial communication these days because you got so many toxic parents out here. Like, man, they won't let you see the kids because you don't want to be with them. You should have addressed that insecurity before you started having kids. These are things that are being eclipsed out. Now the kids are saying, listen, I don't want to go over there. It's too toxic over there. Y'all, this could be some shit that's being eclipsed out. Some of these kids gonna be speaking up and saying, hey, listen, I got to this is too much for me. I can't even be over here with them. Like they got A, B, C, or D going on and this, and this. You see what I'm saying? There's there's a lot of things that are going to be eclipsed out because, okay, say somebody was projecting their habits onto you and this was another parent. Somebody, there's some kids here that are seeing who got the habit and who don't. And they're like, wow. Honey, that's a him problem, not a you problem. You need to eclipse that out of your life. Listen, I don't mean to sound so cold, but it's this simple. Go take the DNA test. Like, it is what it is. I mean, why are you over here prolonging? It's almost like he don't want to know the truth because he don't want to be hurt. It's like deep down inside, like he knows, you know what I'm saying? But he just don't want to face it. And now is the time for you to face that truth because what if that child got health problems and you rush to the hospital and they need a blood transfusion and you can't give the blood because you ain't the daddy. And then she's sitting over there looking like, okay, ma'am, you need to be looking through your little black book, finding out who the daddy is. Okay. Well, let him jump shit and let him stay gone, sis. Like, you see what I'm saying? People don't want to face reality. It's like them looking at the truth, it hurts. It hurts so bad. They can't handle it. So they want to turn it to something else. And it's like, man, listen. Mm-mm. So y'all, this all this stuff that I've been discussing right now, I feel like this is the weekend message. Okay, like all these different things. You know, somebody could be calling you, saying you're causing destruction, but really they are the. Whenever you look up destruction, their pictures right there, and you're like, nah, that's what you do. Stop projecting your BS on me, right? Because I know what I'm doing and it's fucking productive, okay? Because I got shit to do. That's the thing. It's like people get mad because guess what? Like I said, we all got the same 24 hours. What you doing with yours? Some people just sit around spinning it to hurt others. You know what I'm saying? And there's other ones like us who are very productive. Got clients working, doing what we need to do. You know what I'm saying? Getting up. We already have a full agenda that day. We know what's going on. And then we're gonna lay down and rest good at night. And it's like people that can't do this. Okay, listen, it's time for you to look at yourself. What habits do you have? What people are you dealing with? Like, is it time for you to leave that job? Is it time for you to leave that person? What is it like that needs to be addressed here? Because it's time for it to be addressed. And it's just like, what else can we say, collective? Y'all, hold on a second. Let me go check on my dog. He's out here on the damn back porch. Oh, hey, is your friend outside? No, your friend's not out. Okay, come on. Oh, that's the other dog up the street. Oh, okay. Here's your treat. Big guy, big guy. Come on. There you go. Mama's got your rug drying, okay? Y'all hold on just 1 second, okay? Here, I got your babies. Here's your babies. I know you've been waiting on them all morning. all, family. Sorry. I had to load, unload, and get the dogs. Get the dogs bed and stuff. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yes, collective. Yes. All facts. Okay. All right, y'all. Let's tap in. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's exactly right. And y'all know, some of these people don't want the fact that they was a part of you going through hunger, struggle, poverty, homelessness, job loss. They don't want you to know that they took part in this. Okay. That's why a lot of people in year 9 is getting so much karma, because how many years have they literally played a part in keeping you into these places, right? And it's like, oh, hold on, wait a minute. How did you know I knew such and such? How did you know that I was connected to this group? Because I just knew. Because when I asked you to support me out in public, you couldn't. Because in private, you was talking cash money shit. That's what that was. So you couldn't support me in public because you done told everybody that you didn't fuck with me, right? Mercury retrograde, sir. Pay attention. Yeah, Mercury retrograde is in full effect. Hercules, I know you didn't just go. Y'all, hold on. I think my dog just went outside. Oh, no, there he is. You can't go out the front door. No, let me go lock. Sir, I'll put you in kennel. You cannot go out there because I don't want you in the street, okay? Here, do you want to go out on the back porch with your babies? Here, come on. Come on, let's go out on the back porch with your babies. Oh, sorry, come on. Here. Go your baby. Okay. Yeah. Oh. Okay, so the Mercury retrograde is like it's like a test, right? It's like people coming back into your life. But this Mercury retrograde in Aries and Venus retrograde and Neptune going in Aries, then a solar eclipse, new moon is saying you can't come back in. Contract over, communication ended, blocked, that door is closed. Like, you gotta go. It's like, okay, so everything is stopped in Aries, right? With the Aries zodiac sign. It's a reflection time. So while you're reflecting, then boom, here comes that ex. Here comes that family member. Here comes that coworker. Didn't know they did you dirty, but they still want to try to come in and they want to try to do things, right? Pay attention. Because see, while you're self-reflecting, but see, Mercury retrograde is in Aries, so that's a real feisty, aggressive energy. So if you just look at where you got Aries in your chart, and that's where you're going to be affected the most. Is it home, relationships, business, lovers, family, siblings, like things like that? Yeah, so April 1st, I think, is the ending of Mercury retrograde. Then on the 29th, we got, let's say 28th, no, 29th, we got the new moon in solar eclipse in Aries that's happening tomorrow, because today's Friday, today's the 28th. So yeah, like it's going down. So you need to be looking at things that you look at what you released on the last full moon. Whatever you released on the last full moon, about to bring some blessings in with the new moon. See, full moons is about releasing, right? New moons is about that manifestation coming through. So whatever you was manifesting, that's gonna come through. But just make sure, it's just so wild how Mercury retrograde hit this new moon and the solar eclipse. And it's like, whoa, okay. Yeah. Look at your birth chart. Look at your birth chart. Go to Cafe Astrology, put your name, your birthday in, and then your time of day, the time where you was born, and the place. Okay, if you got all the information, and and look at your placements and see what house and what planet Aries is in, and different things like that, and it'll explain. And if you need to, go into Google and say like, Aries is in my 6th house, okay, in this planet, right? Was you born in a Mercury retrograde? That's another thing. Like, there's so many different aspects of having a birth chart reading that'll help you. So if you're a Mercury retrograde baby, your life's been nothing but chaos because you was born in karmic cycle. So it's like you're the generational curse breaker, right? Mm-hmm. That's right. Mm-hmm. They don't understand how much you love them until it's gone. It's like that unconditional love got to be snatched away, and they got to be watching somebody else love on you or watch you love on yourself for them to really, really understand. Because a lot of times people will walk into their karma, they'll dog your ass out, treat you real bad. Then all of a sudden, you walking down the street, going into the Starbucks, getting you a coffee, and then all of a sudden you see them. And they're sitting over here and they see how you glowing and how you over there drinking your macchiato, okay, with double shots of vanilla, and you over there just living life and at peace. And you may be by yourself. You may be single at peace. Loving your life. Child, that don't rip them apart, because how many times was you to go to? How many times was you that person that always ran in and saved somebody? Who was running in and saving you whenever you was heartbroken? You was broke. I done gave you my last $20. I done did what I could do. I done gave you the shirt off my back. I done all of this stuff, and it's still not good enough. Let me go over here and let me find somebody that is going to match my energy. Exactly. Yes. Because now you're giving all that love to yourself. Take yourself out to dinner. Go get you a nice haircut. Go to the gym. Start loving on you. Doing what you need to do for you. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, when people start seeing you love on yourself, they get angry because now you ain't that rug that everybody walks on. Okay, listen, I just took my dog's rug out the washer. It's out there. It's in the sun bathing, okay? It's sun drying. Get up, get that rug, and go wash yourself off. And don't let people just walk all over you. Because, see, that's his own personal rug, right? So he has his own rug. And that's where he eats it, and that's where he lays down it, right? So it's like his snack rug. He'll take his little treats and he'll go in there. And that's the same thing Lily did. And that was their rug, right? But you're not everybody's rug to walk on. You know? And that's what people don't understand. I know that's right. Shit, listen now. Because I'm gonna tell you something. On everything on the other side, all this stuff that people's holding on to, on the other side, you're gonna be so happy because you chose yourself and you're loving on you now, and then you're gonna start attracting that same type of energy. And that's why whenever the past comes back and they see you or they scroll up or spirit will pop you up on their timeline and they like, hold up, is that such and such? Oh my gosh, look at them looking all healthy and in a healthy relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like, what just happened here? Because divine masculine, divine feminine is attracting real men and real women. You said that's funny because you make rugs. Oh, okay. Yeah. So you see what I'm saying? Like when you start getting on a different timeline, a different vibration, and just start loving on you and stop accepting things. Cause see, that's like that kind of like when somebody starts the conversation off with a hey handsome, hey beautiful, what you doing? I don't know. Listen, I got up at 5 o'clock this morning and I've had coffee and I had to take the dog for a walk and I had 3 clients and I got to go book these orders and I got to go do this. And then they hit you back with again at noon, what you doing? Block. Because I already done told you what my day consists of and then you hit me again with what you doing. Not because you thought somebody else was handsome and beautiful. You see what I'm saying? You could never ever be with somebody if they got eyes for the city or the streets. That wandering eye, it's like that means that they're still not happy. They still are over here watching something or looking at somebody else. You know, emotional cheating. That's like them hitting up their best friend to talk about your relationship. The fuck you are? How what's it? Why are you calling another bitch over here talking about me when you need to be talking about me to me? Like, no, we're not doing that. That's called emotional cheating. So then now here we are. That's not no. That's like me calling another man talking about my man to a friend or something. Like, then that gives him some kind of hope. So what if that friend was actually in love with either party, and then all of a sudden something it's like, oh, emotional cheating. Because now somebody else is over here, they're getting your man or your woman's emotions and they can't speak to you. And it's like, what? Jenny, I'm gonna tell Jim. Let me just text. Or is that Jenny? Is that Jim? Mm, uh, that's right, baby. That's right. A lot of people have that issue. This was not knowing your time of birth. I would be asking like a mother or father, uh, trying to maybe if you could get like some hospital records, something. Maybe somebody that was there at your birth. You said, okay, family, not my real family. Okay, that makes sense. I know I have a lot of people that come that have been adopted, kidnapped, sold. They have, yeah, they have the same problem. I'd ask spirit to give me a sign of like, time, date, birth, and just ask God for a sign. You know what I'm saying? God will always bring it to you. Try July 27th, 1987. July 27th, 1987. Anna Marie, me and you both own it. Because I was getting July 27th, 1987. 777. Something about sevens. You could be seeing sevens. You could be seeing 27. 1987. You could be seeing July, which is what? Um, 7. 7/27, 1987. Confirmation, child. It's 11/11 on the clock, too. 7/27, 1987. Hello, hello, welcome. Yeah, what's your question? I'm not going to speak my thoughts on that. I'm just going to leave that one alone. Gotcha. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. Guys, if y'all want a $20 mini read or two questions for $10, we can do that. Okay, my payment is in the description box. Okay, yeah, that's all different discrepancies. Then pay attention to all of that, because if there's some shit ain't adding up and matching up, yeah, yeah, guys, I'll open up my mini reads $20 or two questions for 10. Drop your Cash App, PayPal, and I'll put you on the list. Y'all, I'm gonna step out and smoke real quick, okay? Just let me know if I can assist you. Okay. Hello, hello, welcome, welcome. All right, yeah. I'll be right back, y'all. Thank you, babies. All right. Oh. Okay, so family, I'm back. Hey, hey, welcome. Y'all know you can get a short copy of your birth certificate and a long copy, right? It's two different prices. Go to your health department and ask for a long copy. And it's going to give you all the information. Just a small copy is just going to give you like your name, your mother's name, and her maiden name. Okay. So go get you a long copy, and that's where you can find that information. Okay. I know that for sure. Yeah. Uh huh. Okay. What's going on with the weekend energy for the collective change? Collective, lots of changes. Okay. And see, that's a 25, that's a 7. That's a look up 7, right? I'm getting spiritual changes, right? Thank you. There are some things that's been exposed here. Uh 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's a 47. That's a 11. Okay, it's divine intervention here. This new moon, Aries. Okay, you got the 10th house authority. That could be you taking over something here. Okay, taking your power back, getting your creativity, jumping into something, building your garden, making a spring, cleaning your house, spring cleaning, just kind of moving the energy around. You could be called to do that as well. Okay, tell me about taking authority over your life, your creativity, having strength. Yeah. Finding that strength within you to say, okay, let me look at my habits. Let me look at some things. What needs to be changed? What is it that I need? Do I need to do a self reflection about what I'm doing, how I'm reacting, what needs to change, right? Chiron and healing, right? What parts of you have you healed? Do you need to go celebrate that? Because that's really, really important. You always need to celebrate yourself. Every day is a celebration. That's how I look at it, anyways, right? Every day is a celebration whenever I open my eyes and I'm like, yep, thank you, God. We here again today. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? Make today count. Stay in in today's energy. Thinking things through. Not making impulsive decisions. Okay, yeah, that self note, I already learned them lessons. Okay, because I couldn't achieve nothing back whenever I was doing A, B, C, or D, right? Yeah. Then you got Midhaven and Pentacles, passion, Jupiter, abundance, something you're passionate about. You ain't worried about no confrontation because you're not letting somebody intervene with something here, right? Yeah, you're not letting no illusions get in your way, collective. Okay, you're not blinded to things. Everything has been made clear to you, right? You're not stagnant about the past. Okay, you let things out in the cold. It's like I don't have no regrets. Okay, like I've given my all to A, B, D, or C over here, and it's not working. Okay, like why am I gonna keep giving energy to this? Right? See, that's something else. Whatever you put your energy into, that's what's gonna grow. And so if you're putting your energy into your house and your career and your partnership, that's where things are going to grow. But if you're putting, energy into the gossip, the rumors, worrying about the past, worrying about this, worrying about if they going to jail, worrying about if you're going to get justice, worried about this, do you see you're going to be worried just like them? Let's not put our energy there because they already know what their destined path is, okay? And that ain't got nothing to do with you, collective, okay? Eight of Swords in reverse, because you're not tied up with this mess. Somebody's magic backfired, okay? They was offered the same cup you was from the divine, and you took that chance. You betted on you, collective, and now look how far you come, right? There's some great news coming in here, and you're having strength, okay? You've had to defend yourself consistently through maybe 7 different situations here, and now you've left this out in the code, and you're like, you know what? I'm done. I'm not going to say anything. 44. Justice. Call karmic justice on the situation and roll on out, okay? Because I promise you, you're going to have a happy little soul whenever you do this. Wheel of Fortune, child. Queen of Cups, using your intuition. Who was keeping you in that 7 of Pentacles energy so you couldn't elevate and evolve? That's what you need to be looking at as well. Okay, there could be like sitting down and doing finances. Where can we pull back from here? Where can we look at here? What do we need to be doing here, right? There could be something around money, like, are we overspending here? Why do we need to go buy another car right now? Is that, let's hold off on this project over here until we get this one done. You know what I'm saying? It's just kind of like moving things around to make things work. Is the energy I'm getting for the weekend. Sacrifice in reverse. Somebody upset because they couldn't sacrifice you. And you're not going to sacrifice yourself for somebody else. And somebody's mad about this. Tell me about the sacrifice in reverse. Somebody got some bad news. Because they could not use you as the pawn, as the sacrifice here. So, because you've changed something up here, and you caused major changes, and it's like a ripple effect, and now the energy got to go back where it come from, and it's like people sitting in confusion, and they're over here, and they're like, oh my God, I didn't do anything, but they forgot 2 or 3 years ago what they was doing. They didn't know that energy had to go back where it come from, right? So it's like, yeah, this ain't good. You said what? So, like, explain to me how this works. Explain how this isn't you. This making stuff up. Okay, so Jay, let's talk about your life. Where have you been having discrepancies? You like people pleasing with your family? You do what they tell you to do? You can't go get your dream job because, oh, your family was in this one society, so you have to be in it. You're unhappy with your life because you can't go be with the person that you want to be with because mom and dad don't like that family, so you can't go over there and be with that person. So now you're unhappy because you got to go stay with this person that you really don't like. Or you got to go and you got to do this over here because everybody makes plans for your life, but you can't make a decision in your life because everybody's controlling it. Okay, am I making things up yet? Okay. All right, let's talk. Let's talk about this bad news somebody's getting. Confirmation. Chad, I can't make it up. Okay, what's going on here? With somebody getting this bad news? That you didn't fall for the temptation? I can't make this up. It's like somebody's got the bad news. You didn't fall for the temptation. Okay, there could be something that somebody orchestrated here and something's going on. This is happening, that's happening, and you wasn't there. You wasn't involved. Okay, you just moved along. Okay. Sorry, why'd you leave the building? Did I just explain your life? How you're stuck and you're mad and you're angry? Listen, free yourself. Go do what makes you happy. And then come back and let me know. Yeah, because see, somebody's upset because you didn't fall for a temptation here. And with this Six of Pentacles, this is like people needing your services, a business, booked and busy. They're over here and they're like, well, that didn't work. Well, of course not. It didn't work. Because if somebody's living in their destiny, people wants to engage with them, and you cannot control how somebody sees somebody else here. Just like that woman done this morning with me. Y'all see what I'm saying? And then I turned right around, okay? And I used her as an example. So what, that's your definition of destruction? Of me being a activist for a great cause? That's your, okay. Everybody got opinions like they got assholes. You see what I'm saying? So it's like at the end of the day, listen, you got to do what makes you happy. And somebody mad because you didn't fall for this temptation. You was like, oh, okay. Because I know that there's people that hate what I do. They don't like the fact that I am consistently every single day telling somebody stop drinking, go get clean, leave that toxic relationship. Don't lay there and die, okay? Because that's what your family told you to do. You know what I'm saying? Um, but yeah, I was just making an example, Jay. I wasn't saying that was your life. I was saying I was making an example. Do you see how you took that the wrong way? Well, for one, it's life experience. And two, spirit always comes through. Spirit always got a message somehow. You see a sign sometimes whenever on the side of the truck and it says ego, it's telling you, so your ego's too big, let it go. You know what I'm saying? Or you'll pull up on a tag number and it'll be like, God's trying to talk to you. Have you ever got messages like that? Or you sitting over there and you keep seeing the same numbers, 222, 1010, 444, 1111. That's spirit talking to you. Okay? Stay here, you're gonna learn some things. I'm gonna teach you some things today. Okay? See, that's what I'm saying. Somebody can't end your world. Because your world don't revolve around their belief system or what they have going on. So it's like, okay, like shit, I'm cool. Like, yeah, because somebody's unhealed here. So, okay, you're a master number 11. That's a very, very important calling. Go look it up. You said teach health advice? Oh, wait, never mind. I always teach health advice. Y'all missed the lesson. See, y'all so busy coming in here running your mouth, you just need to sit there and get your pen and paper and start writing things down. Okay? Go on a juicing diet. Stop eating meat. Stop eating McDonald's. Okay, Lucy, listen now. Yeah. Change, completion of a cycle. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, there could be some things that you have just ended. Like, you're not eating no fast food. You're not doing these toxic things no more. You ain't listening to that toxic ass music and that frequency and listening to people, places, and things, and you are maybe going out and starting to do nature walks and doing yoga. You're replacing old bad habits with new habits, right? And you didn't fall for a temptation because somebody ain't even on your frequency. You see what I'm saying? They can't even reach you. So y'all remember how I said somebody is looking for you on the timeline? Yeah. That's what's happening here. Somebody keeps looking for you on the timeline and you ain't there. And they're like, oh God, they didn't fall for the temptation. No, because I don't watch that anymore. I don't look at that anymore. Something about this? Okay. Guys, if you're trying to get in touch with me whenever I get off here, I'm gonna call you, okay? I got 2 messages that I need to call 2 people, okay? I got you. Just give me a chance to do what I'm doing here. Ace of Pentacles in reverse. I'm telling you, there is a completion of a cycle of your money. Okay, either your spiritual inheritance or your abundance being in reverse. It's a completion of a cycle, that because you've done walked away from something. Okay, you're gonna find yourself in a very creative energy here, and somebody here is still over your Ten of Swords. Okay, and then you got Nine of Pentacles in reverse. They still broke, busted, disgusted. This could be a lack mindset. Somebody could be spiritually bankrupt here. Okay, they done sold their soul. They don't know what to do. Okay, they over here and they're watching you, and you're still being prosperous and you're still evolving, but it's because you chose the right path. Okay, you chose yourself. You chose to go in a direction that made you happy. It wasn't about other people. You had to sit down and do that self-reflection on you and figure out, okay, look, what's my bad habits? What do I do? You know what I'm saying? Do I talk negative to myself? Do I constantly put people before me? I mean, what is it that I'm doing that I need to stop? I'm staying in a job that I don't like. I'm staying in a relationship that I don't like. I'm not being heard in my relationship. Like, what is going on here with me? That's where it always starts, because the journey's about you. It ain't about everybody else. And no, everybody's not going to be happy with the decisions you make, but it ain't about everybody else. It's about you, collective. Nine of Cups. Now you celebrating. Now you ain't sick about something. Okay? Somebody just said, let's talk about health. Okay. Well, let's talk about it then. Thank you, babies. I appreciate the $9.99. Okay, let's talk about health. Sometimes it ain't about the food that you put in your body. It's about what you tell yourself. It's about who you're around. It's about the energies that you're around that can affect your health. Are they stressing you out to the point where you got anxiety, you need to take a Xanax, that you need to have a drink, or you're having chronic pain, things like this? Look at these things. And these could be things that you're ending, that you're changing. If somebody puts me in anxiety and tries to think that I'm their emotional trash can, no. Because your health is your wealth. So if you're constantly in a survival mode energy, you don't never rest, you don't never sleep, you ain't eating good, you stressed out and you're carrying everybody else's burdens, you know where you're going to be in the next month? And laying in the hospital, possibly with heart problems, panic attacks, okay, having chronic pain. This is triggering old wounds from, trauma, things like that, because you over here carrying everybody else's burdens. Have you ever cut somebody off and all of a sudden your health just started getting better? You over here and you're like, what the? I finally got peace. My money's getting better. I got that promotion at work. I got that dream car I wanted. Then you sitting there and you're like, wow, I didn't realize that you was such a blockage in my whole life. You see what I'm saying, collective? You start waking up whenever you start departure. Something about you, departure. You got to go on and abandon mission, go on and go. And then now all of a sudden somebody in this Nine of Swords saying, oh, where did my energy IV go? This is it. This right here is called a energy vampire. Have you ever went to somebody's house and all of a sudden you just feel like you was asleep? You just need to go to sleep. Child, they over there, they done plugged in. They done plugged into you. And now you're over here and you so tired you can't even keep your eyes open. You know what I'm saying? It could be a King of Pentacles, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Okay? This so low vibrational. They need your energy though. They need to plug into you. Okay? So now you're over here and you're like, okay, I got to call judgment on that. Okay? I can't go back to that place. I can't work for that person. Things like this. Y'all, there's so many aspects and so many things like that you have to look at here that's really, really important to your health and to your wealth. Are you an empath? You know you grab people's energy. Okay? So get you a tourmaline obsidian mix bracelet, right? And wear it. So you're not grabbing everybody's energy. It's protecting you from everybody's energy. It's keeping it off. Okay. Y'all can go over there to the website to Otter Spirits and get you one. Okay. And it's gonna be 20% off at your purchase whenever you check out. Okay. But yeah, any kind of protection, stuff like that, y'all can go over there. Gemstone, beautiful bracelets, like I said. They're made very nicely. Okay. This is a medium. This is productivity, this set here. Okay. Um, but yeah, what is it that you need, right? To protect your energy. Because like if you're working 9 to 5, you need some kind of protection to be wearing, like wearing a hat. You want it when you're out in public to protect your crown chakra. You know what I'm saying? You can get a mixed tourmaline obsidian. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, but see, that could be see when you're drawing to certain gemstones and crystals. Pay attention to that. Go look up the meaning of that because there is something behind that. Why your spirit is drawing you to certain gemstones and crystals. Okay. So yeah, there's some good messages coming in here though, because you cut a King of Pentacles, and then this could be a boss. This could be a father figure. This could be just bad investments. Right? You cut this off. Very, very important. Y'all, all the information for the Otter Spirit gemstones, okay, they're all down there in my description box as well. Okay, go visit the website and type in my discount code, okay? See, because you giving somebody their burdens back. I'm trying to tell you, listen, this right here, raw piece of tourmaline. It's a grounding stone. This keeps you grounded all the time. You're going to be all right. You can hang it around your neck, okay? Put it in your bra. Okay, listen, y'all, they even come with these here. Look, take your crystal and just put it in the little pocket there, okay? And take it with you, right? And it's like, put it in your pocket. Nobody got to see it. So you can go in there just like that. Boom, boom, boom. And that's it. Because you do got people that just love to judge things. You know what I'm saying? But like if you work in somewhere and you know what I'm saying, but hey, y'all, I'm going to tell you something about the raw stones. Very, very powerful. Very, very powerful. The raw stones are. Like if you that's like good meditation stones. If you want a meditation stone, get you a raw one. Okay. See, wounded warrior, because see, you're figuring out ways to protect yourself. Somebody can't be sneaky because they wasn't offering something anyways. They was breadcrumbing. They didn't want to reciprocate the energy. Something about this. Yeah, they was giving a fishy cup, trying to juggle you, and you just walked off and said, I'm going to get my new beginning. Okay? That's what it is. All right, collective. I love y'all. I got to put out the weekend messages for all the elements as well. Okay? I'm going to go and rest and eat some lunch. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Start loving on you, honey. And trust me, that love will be reciprocated because it's going to come back in. Okay? Uh-huh. Thank you. I greatly appreciate that. Thank you so much. And thank y'all for understanding kind of like how I use that situation as an example. See, somebody has a different definition. It's like loyalty. People have different definitions. Like that woman had a different definition of destruction. Do y'all see how things can be so thrown in confusion and you're sitting here and you're like, that's not the definition of destruction. Do you know what that means? Y'all see how I, instead of attacking, I explained the difference. Because it's like, what? So you're letting me know this is what I do. What I do helping people is destruction. I'm leading y'all to destruction because I don't want you to go get high. I don't want you to go get your ass beat up and Be on the first 48. Wow. Okay. Okay, Lucy. Lisa, whatever your definition is. You know what I'm saying? Right. Y'all, I was like, wow. Okay. And I'm sure a lot of my activists out there right now saying, VG, what? Yeah, do y'all know what we do? What we're doing is destruction, right? We're leading people in destruction. Because we don't want you to be on the first 48, and I don't want you to be on somebody's t-shirt because you didn't overdosed on fentanyl. Oh, okay, child. Let me take you and let you talk to some mothers that's lost their children to gun violence. Uh, Let me take you to talk to some women that has lost their children to overdoses, and let's see what your definition of destruction is then. Okay. Let me take you and let you talk to a mother or a father that is yeah, Nicholas. Let me take and let you talk to a mother or father that lost their daughter or their son to domestic violence, and they got and their child got shot, and then they killed the children too. Hmm. Okay. See, Tracy, she lost her brother to fentanyl. See. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Exactly. Because I guarantee you they would have a whole different outlook on what VG does because I'm spreading awareness. Because their people was caught up in the destruction. They wish that they would have left that toxic relationship or got over that addiction or got away from them people or them places or them things that was guiding them down the wrong path. Okay? So just the next time that you want to post something and you want to say something, I probably think before I would say something because there's a lot of people that is going to be in that comment section that is going to take offense to that because you're sitting here saying pretty much all of us activists we are leading people in destruction when that's not the case. As a matter of fact, I think I can speak for a lot of people in the spiritual community. We try to lead people out of destruction. Yeah, what you need to ask? Yeah, that's it. Honey, we're during a solar eclipse. If he walked out that door, keep that door locked. Okay? That man is not your world. Okay? I feel like you lost your identity dealing with that person. There's a reason that he left. And we're in this new moon solar eclipse. He left because he was supposed to. Baby, move on with your life. You're going to be all right. Okay? All that love that you pour into him, pour into yourself. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because see, you was loving him when you was loving her. 5 and below is where I got that. Yeah. Okay, so family, I love you guys. I got people booking, okay? And I will talk to y'all later, okay?